subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello everyone, welcome to another OP11 Leader Spotlight. This time we're here to talk about Snake Man Luffy, the new blue and purple leader from OP11. Really awesome. He has 6k attack, 3k life. And one thing I wanted to tell people, like, I almost don't play any of those Straw Hat characters, in the game. Like, I play them on a sim here and there just because I want to know the decks and what they do. But I don't really like to play any of the Straw Hat characters. But when I went against this Luffy so many times in the sim, I was like, wow, this deck actually looks very versatile. It's really strong. I don't like playing 3-life leader, but this really works here. And we'll sort of get into why. So its leader ability, you may activate this effect at the start of your turn. If you have 8 or more Dawn cards on the field, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up the Straw Hat type crew card and add it to your hand. Then place the remaining card at the top or bottom of your deck in the order. This is super important because starting at 8 Dawn, you can, on the start of your turn, and to be clear, let's say you have 6 Dawn, and now during your turn, you're going to draw another 2 and be at 8 Dawn. You can't use that leader ability. So essentially, you have 6 Dawn. Start of your turn, you use your leader ability, and once your leader ability is done, then you draw your 2 Dawns, draw your card. So that's just something to watch out for. But this leader ability is great because now you can pull the cards you want and also order your next 5 cards, or 4 cards, so you know what order they're going to be in, and you can use that information with some awesome cards like Sanji. So really powerful leader ability, and 6k attack power is very annoying. The next card is, I love having 2 of these VVs because this is a great way to get more cards in your hand. If your leader is multicolored and you have 5 or less cards in your hand, draw 2. So, like early game, being able to get this out, being able to build your hand size, I think is really important because as a 3-life leader, having blockers on the field and having enough cards in hand to counter is really important. So being able to draw more is really great. Next, I like to have 2 of these puddings. Some people don't like it, but one of the things I've noticed in OP11 is a lot of the leaders have a crap ton of hand size. Like there'll be games where the hand size is always 10 plus, or if you're going against an Nell, for example, how big is his hand size always? Ridiculous, right? This is where having this pudding has saved me so many times, and it's such amazing tech. Like some people say don't put this in this deck for some reason, but please do. This is super beneficial. And without this, I got my ass handed to me quite a few times. Next is going to be this Sanji. This card has been out for a while since OP06, but it hasn't really been used. But because of this leader ability, which is, when you have 8 Dons, you get to pull a Straw Hat crew and order the cards you want, the next 4. You can use this in combo with Sanji. So Sanji, on play, reveal the top 1 card of your deck. You must put it into play, or put up to play the 1 revealed character with a cost of 9 or less. Other than Sanji, then place remaining cards bottom of your deck. So just think about this, right? If you have someone like Lin, right? Essentially 9 or less. That's everything in your deck. The new category, Lin, just if you want to put out this Monkey D. Luffy, just it gives you so many options. This is the reason why on TCG Player, this card is more than doubled in cost. You need 4 of these, super strong, and its abilities are just too OP, so please get 4. Next is going to be this new blocker, Nami from OP11, really awesome, 5 cost, 6k attack. And on top of that, on play, if your leader is multicolored, draw 3 cards, and place 2 cards from your hand at the top or bottom of your deck. Again, this is more manipulation. If you want to put stuff up, bottom of your deck because you don't need them, or a certain order top of deck, you can do so and set up the next level combos. And her being a blocker is pretty awesome too, because 3 life, you need counters, you need blockers, so running 4 of these is definitely a must. Next is going to be this new Luffy character, 8k, 8 cost, super powerful. It has a rush. Come on, that is crazy. Just look at this artwork. When attacking, you may trash up to 1 card from your hand, return up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand, which is really useful for getting rid of blockers and other annoying characters. And then after that, give 1 of your Rested Dawn card to your leader or character. And you can give that Rested Dawn to even this leader or to this character and make him 9k. So super beneficial, super strong. This is what gives you a really strong mid to late game. So definitely rock, 3 to 4 of these. I think 4 is a good place to be, 3 to 4, but yeah, nothing less than that. Next is going to be this Nami right here. Really awesome. I don't really use the on play too often, but the counter here is really beautiful. Having four of these is like very crucial. And the on play ability is if you have three or less cards in hand, return up to one of your opponent's character with a three or cost less, back to their hand. So could be beneficial. Great way to like get rid of blockers if you don't your hand size isn't too big. But usually you will have a decent amount of cards of hand, but the 2K counter is super useful. Next is going to be Mr. Bond Clay. This guy is super awesome. On play, add up to one Dawn from a Dawn deck is active, so it allows you to ramp up and get some of your Dawn back in case you use any Dawn -1 characters. And when attacking, choose up to one of your opponent's character. This character has the same base power as the chosen character for this turn. So imagine you're going against the Shanks, right? They put down a 12k body. Now you can copy that with this guy. So like Mr. 2 is very versatile. He is a bit expensive, and there's rumors in the next like EBO2 or whatever, or EBO, not EBO, but the next booster box in the future, they're going to do a lot of printing from EBO1 because these cards are really expensive. But I think running four of these is definitely crucial. If you can't afford it, then there are other options. I'll probably post something about that in the future. I've been trying it with or without, but Mr. 2 is definitely beneficial, so having four of these is good. Next, I like to run three of the Zorojuro. When attacking, if you have three or less life, add up to one Dawn from your Dawn deck is active. So just another way to get Dawn, back or get more Dawn, be able to ramp up quicker than your opponent, and it has 1k counter. I like to run about three of these. Some people might do four, but I think three is a great place because you want to have room for pudding. That's like a really important thing for you. Next is this Sanji. I like to have this 2k Sanji blocker. Really awesome. 6 cost, 6k attack. And while you have two or more fewer Dawn cards than your opponent, in your hand, this card costs 3 less. So there are some opportunities to do Dawn -1 here and get to the state where you can play out this character for cheaper. And it also has 2k counter, which I think is really important. So having this is definitely good. Next is having four of the purple Linlin, 9 cost, 9k attack. On play, Dawn -1, trash one of your cards from hand, add up to a card to the top of your life, then place one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less to top or bottom. So this is really important. You play it, you gain a life, you can take an annoying character on your opponent's board, 6 or less cost, and put them top or bottom, typically bottom. And like that's really powerful, especially when you have 3 life, being able to get more life, that's crucial. Run 4 of these, like that's what you need for sure. Next, I like to include this Rush Luffy as well. A lot of people may not include it, but I've had a decent amount of games where this has come useful. Essentially, 9 cost, 10k attack. On play, you may return one or more Dawn cards from play to your Dawn deck, draw one card, then this character gains Rush. So this is a very powerful Rush character. This is something meant to like sort of end the game. So I think just running one of these is more than enough. You cycle through your deck enough with your leader ability and other cards. So you'll definitely see this card potentially once throughout the game, towards the end maybe, and that's where you really need it. Next, this new category I think is really awesome from OP11. It's a blocker. End of your turn, set 2 of your characters, Big Mom Pirates. Type characters with a cost of 3 or more is active. Then add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. Now, one thing to mention, he can essentially turn himself back active. So with this blocker, you can attack on your turn, and end of your turn, you send him back to active. How OP is that? Running 3 to 4 of this is what I would recommend. I definitely would not do less than 3. This guy is super OP and super annoying to deal with. 8 cost, 8k, and you can turn yourself back active? Come on. Next is this Usopp character right here. I like to run 4 of these because, 2k counter is really powerful. Definitely want as many counters as you can in this deck. And on play, if you have 8 or more Dawn, rest up to one of your opponent's character with 5 or less. Really crucial towards the end of the game to deal with blockers and other annoying characters if you want to kill them. So definitely run 4. That's where you want to be. With OP11, especially even with the EBO2, there's more bigger bodies now like Enel to deal with. They're super annoying. So along with the pudding tech, I think you need 2 red rocks. If you want to take out the red rocks, feel free because you do have a lot of powerful characters. But this is just crucial when it comes to dealing with so many decks. So I like to keep 2. I wouldn't go more than 2 just because I don't want to lose any other like tech in this deck, which is almost like a tongue twister. So keeping 2 of these are very beneficial. And then the rest of the cards are going to be to keep yourself alive because again, 3 life, 6k attack. So you definitely can be vulnerable early game. I like to have 2 Gum Gum Jet Gatling, which you can use as a counter. You may discard 1 card from your hand up to one of your leaders or character gains 3,000. Super beneficial. The trigger is add 1 of your Don card from your Don deck and set it as active, which is also good for ramping up. So having 2 of these is good. If you want to run more because you feel like you're dying, feel free to do so, especially with 0 cost. This is really strong. So you play this with your leader, you're instantly at 9k, right? And then you have a bunch of other counters, hopefully, and you can easily dodge most attacks. So having 2 of these is good. If you're dying too much, feel free to get more. Next is this OP card, Gum Gum Giant. I like to run 4 of these. It costs 1 counter, Don -2. You may trash 1 card from your hand. If your leader has Straw Hat type character, give one of your leaders up to 4,000 power for this turn. And then you also draw 2. So this is really beneficial because if you don't have any other counters in hand, you play this, your character's at 10k, you draw 2 cards now, and one of those cards might be more counters that you could use. So running 4 of this is super OP. I would definitely not get less than 4. And the last 2 card here is going to be Gear 2 event card from OP11. It costs 1, and the main ability is you may rest 2 of your Don cards. If your leader is blue, add 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. So just a way to ramp up and, get as much Don quickly as possible so you can get closer to your bigger characters. And the counter here is what I mostly use it for. Up to one of your leader gains 3,000 during the battle. Really crucial. Run 2 of these. And this deck right here has been doing well against the new leaders, old leaders, with revamped cards. It's really powerful, and trust me, I feel like in local tournaments, even at regionals during OP11, you're going to see Snake Man Luffy. He's just too good. So give this deck a try. I'm going to play 2 games. I've been playing all day, sort of practicing and stuff like that, so I'll probably do 2 to 3 games. And then after that, if people want, I'll do more, but I'll catch you at the game. See you guys soon. And here's my finger I'm pointing. Time for OP11 Snake Man Luffy versus Shanks. Ooh, this should be kind of fun. We will actually just go first, just interrupt their flow. I think this is a good enough hand. We'll keep it. It's funny that Shanks can minus 1,000 and I have 6,000. So if I do attack him and he minuses, I'll be at 5. So fun stuff. We can't use our leader ability. We're at 1 Don, nothing to do. So we'll end our turn. Nope, Shanks can't do anything either, so draw a card. We have 3, not much we can really do. So let's just go in for a big swing. Why not? Shanks can't deal with this big swing. Boom, perfect, end our turn. Surge D, what a cool. If you want, I wonder if he's connected to the D clan in some way. Surge D, I love it. Kind of reminds me of Sunny D. Do 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 do. He's attacking me with 9k. Do I really want to get this off? 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll probably do that. I don't want to give up anything yet. So we'll get rid of this. And then we'll get rid of this. We're at 10. Boom. His board's empty and he wasn't able to actually get any cards health off me. So I consider that a win. So we want to put this number 2 down. I think he'll be beneficial to us. So let me go ahead and just do a 7k swing first. This way when he starts putting out the big bodies, we can actually try to deal with it. Actually, I have a feeling if I put this guy down, he's going to simply just trash it with Ben Beckman or something like that. Yeah, I feel like a Ben Beckman's going to come back. I forget, I think Ben actually might be 7 cost. So I think we might be safe for at least 1 more turn, which is good for us. Yep, he gains 1,000. Not an issue. So he's at 7. We can actually just go ahead and counter out of this. Shanks, especially late game, he gets very powerful. So the last thing you want to do is give up too many of your life early on and get screwed by him. So we'll come in here, we have 8 cards in hand, and we can actually put down our Rush Luffy, which is quite nice. I'm digging it. So let's actually go in, do an attack. 66, he's probably gonna minus this, which is perfectly fine. Cool, that's what I figured. Play down this Luffy, And then let's go in for an AK swing. We're not going to trash anything right now. He's down to 3 health. I don't want to use the number 2 yet. I could, but he's just going to lose 1 card in hand. It's not worth it. So we'll end our turn here. I really do hope we get a pudding. His hand size is really building up. So being able to screw with the drop down a pudding and screw with him, I think it's going to be quite nice. So now the question for him, what should he do? Too bad we don't have any Dons left to be able to like do our Gum Gum Giant, but I think we should be fine. I don't know why. I always feel like Ben Beckman is right around the corner, so hopefully he won't play him out, but if he does, we'll deal with it. Let's see. Oh, he got rid of, oh no, not my Luffy. How did he do that? 8,000, okay. You may rest 5 Dons. Wow, he took a big, I guess he really must hate him. He does a 6k swing. Let's see, 5. We'll probably counter out of this and we'll take the next one actually. Because next one's going to be 5 attack. Oh no, he actually put down a stage. Quite interesting, okay. User activation. Let's actually get this Rush Luffy out. I want this Luffy. We'll keep that. Place at top. We want to make any changes. I think we'll actually do it this way. Nice. Cool, we're at 10. And let's see what we want to do. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I got it. Let's actually do a 1k, let's do a 7k swing first. We want to keep one, thing left, or one of our Dons, just in case we need to use Gum Gum Giant. So I'll put down this big body Luffy and we'll go for this guy. Okay, so he actually took that. We'll put down this Luffy. And we could, you know what? I'll actually do an AK swing here. Force him to actually get rid of some cards in hand. I doubt he wants to get down to 1 health. But if he does, on him. If not, he needs to burn some cards to be able to negate this or counter out, which is also beneficial for us. Less cards in hand, better in the long run. One Piece, no matter what leader you're playing, it could be Reiju, Shanks, this Luffy. It's a game of resources. So the less resources your opponent has, the better it's always going to be. Yep. He's down to 6 cards in hand again. That's kind of what I thought. And we'll end our turn here. We have this counter and we have this giant. So I'm really happy about that. He probably has a big body. Probably put down like one of those big Shanks character. If he doesn't, I'll be a little bit surprised, honestly. But if he does put down a big Shanks, that means the next turn we can play number 2, copy the Shanks, and essentially add a lot more Dawn in and just get rid of it. So either way, I think we'll be in a good place. Red Force. Activate main. You may rest this stage. If your leader has red hair Shanks, give one of your opponents minus 1,000. Okay, it's not bad. Yep. What did I tell you guys? A big Shanks was coming through. And of course he's going to try to attack this guy, but we'll probably block out of it. Let's see. 6 to 6. How about no? We'll actually counter out. It's like 1 card to trash. Boom, sorry, you can't kill him. He does a 12 here, but if we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nah, we actually can't even do that. That's fine. We'll take it. But luckily we do have, let's use card activation. See who we can pull out. Oh, this is actually really nice. We'll take the Sanji. We'll start by placing this on top. And we'll actually do this right here. Boom. Draw a card. And now when we play out the Sanji, this is actually really good. I like it. But the problem here is I can't kill this character anymore. So that's going to be my biggest thing. Maybe I'll save. And I feel like I have to put the Sanji down. So let's actually do this instead. Let's go ahead and do a 7k swing first. And then what we can do is copy his attack power and actually attack him. Get him down to hopefully 1 life, which will be good for us. I really wanted to kill this Shanks, but I think playing the Sanji and being able to get the category that's sitting up there, the blocker, is going to be really important for us. So now he's thinking. He's thinking very hard. He actually took that. I really hope he doesn't play a character to kill Mr. 2 right here, which would suck. He's like, do I have a trigger? Do you have a trigger, sir? I hope not. Come on, Shanks. Okay, he didn't do it. Let's go ahead and attack him. We'll copy his ability, so we're at 11k, and he's gonna go down to 0. Or he's gonna burn a lot of cards to counter, which I think is either way, it's a win-win for us. We'll put down the Sanji, deploy card, put down the category so we do have a blocker, and boom. That's good, we'll do that. Game Rest to Dawn, not that we really can. So we have this 2k counter, we can't use the giant, so I think we're in a good place here. And we have 3 health. So unless he puts down a blocker or something next turn, we can take one of these big bodies that'll probably still be alive, and then just, you know, go full game. So I really think it was a big mistake of him to let me get that big swing off. If he could have countered, he really should have tried to counter that. If I, you know, when I win, I want to see what he had in hand, but this is a dangerous place to, you know, be at right now. Because yes, you can kill my category, or I simply don't block, and I'll just drop down, you know, some health, but you're not going to beat me. So he's going to come in, 6, 7, go for him. I'm probably just going to play out counter with this Nami. Yep, of course, attack that. Why wouldn't you? Alright, go ahead, friend. I feel like this is going to be really hard for him to come back from, so I don't think he can, but we're going to do an 8k, so boom, we still have 3 health, and then he can attack my life. I'm perfectly fine giving up 1 health for him, and this is probably going to be GG, but before the GG, I'm actually going to put out the pudding, just to make sure he can't really counter me too much, which will be good for us. See, what he was hoping was for me to block this and he'll die. Oh, this bastard has the thing. Let's take a look at a hand, see who we want to pull out. The red rock, I actually might end up doing like a red rock. We'll see. Let's actually pull out her. Place top. Boom. Draw a card. Awesome. The first thing is the pudding. Let's change his hand size up. We have 6. So we can simply just do a red rock and then we can end the game. So, red rock. Boom, you're gone. And then from here, we're just going to simply do some attacks. And he can withstand all. He only has 5 cards in hand. Maybe if he had 9, he could do something. But this is going to be GG for him. No way. Yep, give him. Go ahead. Doesn't really matter. My objective here is just to get cards out of hand. Just to set up my Sanji play. So let's go ahead and do it in the tape. 7k. Ooh, he's gonna burn another card. Cool, and then we come in here with our Sanji, which is 8k. And let's see if we can counter this. Boom, GG. And this is why Snake Man Luffy is so powerful. Shanks is definitely one of the most like top decks in OP09, OP10. And 11, I think he's still, you know, relatively good, but just got his ass kicked. Let's get into another game and see how we do. Quite fun. Alright guys, let's do one more OP11 game. This time Snake Man Luffy versus Yamato. Should be quite interesting. Let's go first. We have a good one. I'll keep this actually. Draw Dawn. Can't do anything. Ooh, this Film Chopper. Nice. When attacking, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. That's good to know. Let's draw Dawn. Can't really do anything. I should put VV down. But before that, let's go in for a quick attack. Cool, put down BB, get some more cards in hand. Awesome, now we have another 2k counter, so I'm happy about that. And this Yamato's play is the same as every Yamato's play. They're probably going to want to do a double attack on us now, because the moment you get a double attack off on us, we're going to be down to 1 health, and that's a terrible place to be. So we got to play a little careful. As the game goes on, we're definitely going to be more and more powerful. So we just got to make sure we don't get hit once or twice. Okay, so we got a 2k counter, nice. Play out the Zorojuro, and boom. Good for us. We can keep this Gum Gum Giant around just in case. So let's see what we want to do here. We can't really do too much because we can only use 4, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's actually do that. So we'll do a 5k swing here. Hopefully get her to get rid of some cards in hand. Nice. And then we'll do a 7k swing here. So we got a card out of a hand and we got a life, so that's the reason why I think it was good to attack with both of these versus just giving all my Dawn to him and attacking. I was hoping this is the outcome we would get. And I'm going to keep a Dawn around just for a Gum Gum Giant. Because at this point, if a Yamato doesn't get off a double attack, I feel like they get desperate where they're like, oh crap, screw playing anything. I'm just going to use like 6 Dawn on a big attack. So if she does that, I have the Giant. I have some 2k counters in hand. And I hate that. She had another one. So annoying. Yep, you can kill that. I don't mind at all. And boom. So, we are at 7 Dawn now. What do we want to do here? Truth is, we can't do much. So, you know what? I could be a little cheesy and just simply Gum Gum. Yeah, let me actually do that. I'm going to keep the board state as empty as possible. So I'm just going to come in here and just bottom deck this. Leave 1 Dawn around just in case they want to do anything fishy next turn. We want to keep ourselves as safe as possible. You know, next turn, it sucks that this leader ability only kicks in before, like at the very start of your turn, before you even draw Dawns or anything. So next turn, we're only going to be a 6 Dawn. So we won't be able to use our leader ability. This is doing a 9, so let's say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do a 2k counter. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. We don't want to lose a card in hand yet, so boom. We do that. I'm happy with this. She's definitely going to put something else down. She has 4 more Dawns left. Oh, a rush. Does this have double attack? Let's see if your life... Oh no, he can't use that. It's good. See what I mean? Because we're at 7 yet, we're not actually 8. We can't use that ability, which is like really unfortunate for us, but it's okay. It's nice that we can put down this Luffy at least, do a rush attack, and then still have enough for Giant. So let's go ahead and do a 6k attack here. Boom. They just got rid of some cards in hand. Put this down. We'll do another 8k. And we can actually put something back to hand, which if your life total is fewer than your opponent's, you know what? We'll actually do that. We'll actually get rid of 1 card in hand. Probably this. We'll get rid of this Sanji. We'll send this back up. Just because next turn he'll have to waste more Dawn putting it down. And then we'll actually give him, boom, 1 of our rested Dawns. Making him at 9. He takes that. Good for us. We'll end our turn. So we still have a 2k here and we still have a Giant, which is good for us. Oh, them searching for something. Something super strong. What, is that another searcher? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, leader gave banish actually. Okay. We definitely got to block this, so that's what we'll do. We'll probably have to end up killing this and then also using this because this will put us at 10k and he's already at 5. Yep. So it's 12. So let's see. 10. 11, 12. No, it's going to be at the... We just can't. And we just lost. Oh, man, that sucks so bad. Let's actually take her. Place everything else on top. Boom. We want to draw another 2k. So draw. So we are definitely in a very dangerous place. But I don't mind a little danger. Let's put this down. Draw some more cards. And let's place on the top. We don't need this pudding. And we don't need this right now. So we have 4. We actually have 3 left. So what we can do is 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 2 9k swings. Good. Let's do another 9k swing here. So if she puts on like Arlong, for example, or Hody Jones, and rest this, it's going to be GG. But if not, we have a good amount of cards in hand. We also have the Gum Gum Giant. We also have a blocker. No, we don't want to trash anything. So she has no life either. Oh, and she just got this off, so we will end our turn. Of course, he wants to get cards out of her hand. Smart man, so we'll give him that. But essentially, if I survive, we're gonna win. We're gonna win next turn, or this is where they have to kill us right here. Nope, I'm not giving that to you. 2k counter. She still has 8 cards in hand, so 6. Let's do a 2k counter. And with her last 5, she's hoping. Because I'm still happy that I have this blocker just in case. Oh, what is she searching? I feel like she needs a blocker right now. That's what she's worried about. And then if you attack me, I'm just going to use my Gum Gum Giant. Ooh, see, she rested that. Very smart. No counter, but we can actually play this. 1, 2, 1 card to trash. Give him 10k. Boom. If we didn't have that, we would have 1000% lost. So I'm glad that worked out for us. Let's actually get this rush character. Place everything in top. Yep, that worked for us. So let's actually try to just end the game here. I don't think we even need to play this out. So 6, 7. Oh, I've got to draw my Dons. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do 11k swing. Luckily, there's no blockers, and GG, we won. Like, Snake Man Luffy has been doing so well against like every leader I've gone against. You have to survive early game, and if you can make it to mid game, that's when you get like super buffed up and you just start destroying them. Like having 6k and 3 life is a great place for the leader to be. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll probably do a lot more games in the future. I've been doing a lot of practicing with this, really dig this deck. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.